Hey, what's up, people? How's it going? All right, I think I got a good idea to do a show today. I hope you guys agree. It was inspired by last night. I was on a live chat with NYC Crime Spot. Great, great channel. I've done two interviews on there before. But I was watching the live, man. It's good, man. I had so much fun. It got me thinking that let me do an episode about what I watch and what I enjoy watching on YouTube. Like what creators do I follow, I guess would be the way. And I would say, yeah, NYC Crime Spot. That's like the second time I've ever actually commented in live. Well, the second time, because I also did it on Robert Ross, Convicting. Yeah, I remember on that one, I commented once. But yeah, last night, I commented in the live. I've done that once before, but on the same channel. So man, it was fun. I had fun. It was really cool, man. Real personable, a nice group of people and everything. And yeah, so definitely I like that. NYC Crime Spot, good channel. Yeah. Like I said, I've done interviews on there, and I know a lot of graffiti channels have asked me to do interviews on their channel, and I say no. Then when I do that one, you guys say, "Oh, you guys are this and that," but that's not a graffiti channel like a graffiti channel, I guess is the word, a YouTube channel. It's everything kind of New Yorkish, crime and stuff. So that's why I did that. And the reason I don't do the actual graffiti interviews on their channels is because I go so far back. I find inconsistencies with people they interview on their channels. And I can't get aboard on something like that. I feel like, eventually they'll get exposed and it'll be like, it's not a good look. So yeah, I didn't want to be involved with stuff like that. But if it's actually, like NYC Crime Spots, I think I'm probably the only person I did graffiti. I could be wrong, but yeah. So yeah, that's the reason I would do that rather than do a graffiti interview. And like I said, I find inconsistencies in people's. It's not the actual channel's fault, but it's the graffiti writers they get on. They'll act like they started further back than they really did in King New York and this and that. I was the king, and they did this and they did that. And I just, yeah, it's like watching something or reading something about something you know about, and you're like, that ain't the way it went. It fucks your head up. Like I just see it going on a lot in the mob genre, where people are saying this and that, blah 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 blah, and they get exposed later on down the line and stuff like that. So yeah, I just stay away from it. I don't have to. I have my own little platform here. I can speak my shit right here with you guys, you know, and anyway, yeah, had so much fun last night. That's a good channel, man. I think it's underrated. Yeah, by far. All right, so now we have, and that channel I was just talking about is NYC Crime Spot. I also like, probably would be the second one, Convict Inc. with Robert Rosso. That would be the only other channel I ever commented on live. That's because they were getting on him and this and that. And I was trying to say, dude, they fucking with your head, bro. Because you think like like his prison thing, like when you shake someone's hand and like the truth and stuff, but you don't realize out here, man, it's like trolls and shit. Like I'm like, dude, you're just being trolled, bro. You know? But yeah, he's great, man. Convict Inc., Robert Rosso. There was this guy, well, I think he's still out there, this guy, Jimmy Calandra. Yeah, so he's like, yeah, Tommy Karate, it's mafia guy, right? Yeah, yeah. Serious dude, man. He was out in Brooklyn running around killing people pretty much, like taking their heads and sticking them in freezers and shit. I don't know. But anyway, this guy Jimmy Calandra like, yeah, this and that, and blah, 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 blah. So now Robert Rosso, who was in prison for like 27, 28 years, actually knows Tommy Karate, Tommy Patera. So Tommy Patera writes Robert Rosso a letter, say, yo, I don't know that dude. If I met that dude a day of my life for this and that, and blah, 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 blah. Robert Rosso actually has contact with this Tommy Karate guy. Well, he reads out the letter out loud. Nah, he's a pisser, man. So then, it's like, oh no. And then they all go after him, like these mob jonders, because he's just, he's like, I don't even follow the mafia. Like, I'm Italian. I was just locked up with these dudes. We didn't give a fuck about that shit, Like, he did like 27, 28 years. It's like my age or something. He was like pretty much since a teenager. He was in prison until just like a year or two ago. So he comes out with that shit. Plus, he was in there with, even like Tommy Karate. He's actually still writing them letters and shit like that right now. Yeah, Robert Rosso, Convicting, man. Great fucking show, man. Yeah, because he goes by like truth and like what people say and rely on, like with that Lee Cole guy and shit like that. And it's like no, but he was good. He gave me like $20 or 100, whatever the money was and stuff. So he thinks that that's like word is bond and shit like that. They don't give them, they swindle them and snake them out and shit, fuck them up, like release videos and shit. And he's like, yo, but you said, like people's word of mouth. He's like, but yo, you said you wouldn't do that. And, that means everything to someone from that life. That's like a street life thing. Like when someone's like, yo, I got you. You got to think they got you. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, it's just, so that's the only other time I commented live. And yeah, he's great, man. Tommy Karate, he goes in on that. He gets letters from him. He gets all these guys. He had one of these guys from the Hell's Angels on. What else did he have? Like coyotes, the traffickers and stuff like that, man. Yeah, he's good, man. He's been around with everyone, like Persico, the Snake, Bernie Murdoff, yeah, he's fucking locked up. He was actually the one that wrote the article. They all swindled out and talked all this shit when Bernie Murdoff had a hole in his head like this or something. Yeah, he actually really good, man. Very knowledgeable dude. Funny as fuck, man. Convict Inc. 100%. I like that one. All right, now Hardened Tensions also falls in the same area with big old Mitch Smiley. Haven't watched that in a couple of months, but yeah, I used to watch that a lot. Big old Mitch Smiley, he was fucking like California's state prisons for like I don't know, it's 40 years, 38 years, whatever. Haven't watched it in a while. And then you have uh, Graffiti NYC TV, which is James Top's thing. And he's been around. He used to have his Access channel. I know James. Yeah, he's funny, man. He kicked me out of his gallery show one day. It was me and Jamie Prince. Yeah, writing on a map. Someone asked me to write on a map, and it's a gallery show on 103rd. I actually had artwork in there. Yeah, I was like, yeah, sure. Like, I know James. As a matter of fact, some of the only shows I've ever like done were with him. Like he would ask if I have a spot, put some stuff up, or I'd ask him or whatever, and vice versa. Like 103rd Street, the one we're talking about, also way back on Houston Street, Broadway. I put some canvases in. I know James a long time. He's a good dude, but yeah, on 103rd Street. I had the map. Someone asked me to write on it. They gave me a flooded map, but like a marker. They wanted me to write on a subway map. Right on the wall, I put the map. Text dripping. Now remove it. It's like the fucking RD tag's almost on the wall, like it's soaked through it, like in certain areas. Oh shit! James, like, yo, come on, man, take that shit outside. Yeah, James, a good dude, man. James Top, man. Yeah, funny dude, man. Yo, that's a real street dude too, man. Believe that. Back in the days, man, you see James now, but back in the days, man, people were scared shit of James Top, man. Yeah, he had a salty fucking dog reputation, man. James Top is the dude you ain't want to cross that dude to be on the bad end of that guy, man. Back in the days, man. James Top, man, real street cat, man. Real dude, man. Nothing but love. And actually, let me play that clip that I was just talking about, where I found with the Lava 1 and 2. I found on James Top's channel. It's Graffiti NYC TV, James Top Productions. And I'll tell you, man, just the first few seconds, the picture that comes up with Case 2, uh, Nick 707, and Lava. That picture that comes up and the music that he's got playing, that shit brings tears to my fucking eyes, man. It really does, man. Like, yeah, that's like, wow, man. That picture right there says it all, man. That shit gives me goosebumps, man, with the music, man. If that shit don't touch you like that, man, you ain't a writer, man. That's some real shit. That whole picture says everything, man. And here's that little clip, and so like a memorial service for Lava 1 and 2. Straight man. Here it is right here. Link.
This is a free production.
All right. Now the next one would be Breaking Night with BL. Right. I just wrote the shit down real quick because I'm like, yeah, this would be a good idea for a show. Breaking Night with BL. Now that I came across 2 days ago. I think 2 days ago. It was great. It was great. The episodes, I've watched, I think it's episode two, Breaking Night with BL. Yeah, Breaking Night with BL, episode two. I watched it. Oh, that shit's cool, man. He's 100% right on everything he said on that thing, man. He's a good dude, man. I met him. I mean, I can't say we're like friends or anything like that. I have no reason to big up his show. I probably actually it'd be if you're really looking at it, he actually hangs out with all the people I don't get along with. I be considered an enemy or something to most of his friends, but he has a good show. He put together, I like it. He comes on and he's like, he's a funny dude, man. He's good, man. He's got it. He's smart and he's been around, man. He's been around for a while, man. Yeah. I think the trains. I think, yeah, I remember seeing him up on the trains, the little BL fill-ins and stuff. And some flats. I think the double R's probably towards the end, like 88, maybe 1988 or something. I mean, I don't know. I'm not trying to cause problems here, nothing. But yeah, I do believe I remember seeing him up on trains, floaters and stuff like that. He was probably catching the flats, probably down under Tishman or something like that on Central Park. He was probably going in there. Maybe with like Saint or something like that. I think. Yeah, I remember seeing that. But yeah, great show, man. Great show. When I met him, I know him. I was hanging out with him at Sev TDT's show a couple of years back. Easy was there. Everyone. I think Lava was even there back then. Um, yeah, yeah, good dude, man. Good show. I like that one. You might want to check that out. Breaking Night with BL. Definitely don't get the recognition it should, man. And it's actually like that's just like that Breaking Night, but it's an actual channel. I didn't catch like Treat Street and something like that, but he actually's got a bunch of other videos on there too. I just watched the street ones, the Breaking Night with BL. I just watched those two, and they were great, man. They're funny as fuck, man. And he's 100% right. Like, people when someone dies and shit like that, then all of a sudden it's oh yeah, this that, Reason why I started my YouTube, and I just want to say I don't know, if BL's gonna see it, but good work, man. Fuck that, man. Tell it how it was, man. That's the shit, man. And like I said, the reasons that I don't do graffiti interview shows is, I just got done explaining it, is that, this is my reputation, my credibility and everything. It relies on a lot. If you go on a show or something like that, then they have other guests come on later on in the future, and even stuff that might have happened in the past. They get exposed to being bullshit because a lot of people, like everyone's gone all city when they're in an interview. They're like, oh, shit. And it's like, no, you didn't. You know what I'm saying? So that just doesn't sit well with me, and that's the reasons I don't do interviews on graffiti channels. And like I said, every single platform that I could think of, I've seen it. I'm not going to say every single writer that was interviewed, but I'll say, um, and I'm not even going to give a percentage on it, but every single platform, and it's not the creators or the platform guys' fault. It's the person they're interviewing. They embellish or lie and stuff like that. So yeah, I just stay away from that, and I really enjoyed doing my thing on NYC Crime Spot. Hey, Ron! Yeah, good shit. What else do I got in here? Breaking Night. Um, all right, the skinny with Joey Molino. I watched those episodes. That's cool, man. Because there's a guy, he ain't rat, man. He ain't saying nothing. He took his lumps, man. He took his fucking right on the chin. And he did it time, came out now. He can walk around, do whatever the fuck he wants, man. And it's funny because all these other people come after him now. These people that did rat. They're like, oh shit, man, he's gonna outdo us now because he's like considered still honorable in that life. But I don't know, you can't really come on here talking and stuff like that. So it's probably not in the life no more. It's none of my business. I ain't trying to get killed or nothing talking about the guy. But yeah, and Joey Molino, the skinny, I like that. From what I've seen so far. Great. He shoots for shit. I don't know. I don't bet, but it looks like even the things he picks his betting is good. Guy's golden, man. I wish him luck, man. Also, I got Viking Samurai. Now that is a one. That's a YouTube channel about the old karate flicks and all the old action flicks and like Rambo's and Bloodsport, all of that kind of genre of movies. And it actually has the stars come on, like Chuck Norris and stuff like that, Bolo or whatever. And I enjoy that. Uh, yeah, a bunch of different good people. I enjoy watching that show. Um, what else is there? Yeah, I guess that's about it. All right, people, take care of yourselves, man. Well, there's also a whole mess of like reptile shit and amphibian stuff that I watch too. You guys don't want to hear about that, right? Uh, All right, then you take care of yourselves. If I think of anything else, I'll do another video. Sometimes people come up with good stuff. Maybe a new show will pop up in a couple months. I'll have another 4 or 5 favorites. And